Right. Now, you have a viral video. It's on Twitter actually, and it's like you're going on a rant and you're expressing how you're not going to settle with a woman who has a lot of mileage, who has a lot of bodies. How many bodies is too many bodies? What's the limit?
Sheesh. It's a very good question.
So are you talking about like for me, for as far as like marriage goes?
Yeah, well, you just being exclusive with a woman.
Ooh, man. To be exclusive, I don't know if I'm never gonna be monogamous to one girl, man. I'll be honest. That's stupid. I think being monogamous to one girl is dumb as a man, especially if you've worked and gotten yourself to a certain point. Like you should be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and that includes women. You know what I'm saying? And I think, being monogamous to one girl is absolutely ridiculous as a higher status guy. Like you bust your ass and become a somebody so that you can do what you want to do. And I'm not gonna be monogamous to one girl, like at all. Like monogamy is for women. It benefits them. They want to, they want to get the best and, be able to mess with him. But for men, we want quantity. And I'm not going to suppress what I want to do to make her happy because she's already happy by being with me. That's how I look at it. Women want to say, I'm strong and independent, blah, blah, blah. It's all cap, bro. Like these women are out here with cats and crying at night to themselves. Like women want to take a strong and powerful man's last name. They want to get married. They want to follow a strong man. They want to meet a leader. They naturally want to be submissive. That's why these masculine women, bro, they act and then they go home and fucking cry, man. Like, yo, real talk. Like we had a show yesterday. We had Selena on.
Yeah.
She's a multimillionaire, right? Shout out to Selena Powell.
Selena Powell.
And she talked about, the money doesn't fulfill me. The success does not fulfill me.
She wants a man.
I want a man and children and a family. And I've always said it. Women don't derive the same pleasure from success that men do because men, we're judged on what we create, right? What we go out into the world, what we create, and the impact that we're able to create, right? Women, however, are judged on the humans they create, their children, their family, their social relationships. Men tend to be more interested in things. Women tend to be more interested in people. And that's just how we naturally operate. So women want to be able to take a strong man's last name and build a family with that man. So cool. I'll build a family with you, but I'm going to have other chicks that I want to smash, man. Because a man can love his wife and still have sex with other women. However, a woman cannot love her husband and have sex with other men. We are very different,
I always say when women have sex with another man, they emotionally moved on. They see themselves with him in the future. When we do that the next day, we not thinking about that.
Nah,
bro,
man.
She's already been thinking about that in her head months or even weeks before she even did that act. And that means, for example, she disconnected herself from you mentally, or she's ready to move on at that point. So that's what it is.
That's why we
So
talk.
wait, how many bodies is too many bodies?
So that question, bro, is funny because you can't really answer that because you never really know how many bodies a girl has. However, just speaking from like a behavior standpoint, how a girl moves can tell you how much body she's had. So, for example, a girl that's a hoe, how she moves, bro, you can tell, like, for example, she's always in the club, always going out on girls' trips, always doing like random shit like that. And it's like, okay, cool. That type of girl, I don't want to wife up. So we're saying the behavior you can tell from how they move, and okay, cool. Body count probably high. No, do we know the exact number? We don't know, but you can assume from behavior.
Yeah, anytime they tell you their body count, double it by multiply it by 2, divide by 1, and then multiply by 3 again.
Yeah,
and then just understand that if some girls won't count if you wore a condom and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I will say this to answer your question, right? So you're saying how many bodies, too many bodies? When it comes, I'll just say with marriage, because when it comes to like exclusive, I'm not even gonna be monogamous with my wife. I'll be honest with you, but for me, I'm a married virgin, bro. And people could say, "Oh, you're delusional as these chicks you bring on." Here's the thing, I understand. Hear me out. I understand that seems difficult to do.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I'm going back to the Middle East, man. My family's from Sudan, bro.
Leaving the West.
So
notice he's leaving America.
I'm leaving you. Yeah. I am completely aware of the fact that I'm not gonna find that here. So when I'm ready to settle down, bro, I'm going back to because my family's from Sudan, but I live here. I was born here in the States, and my parents immigrated here in the '80s. But I'm gonna go to Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, one of these first world Arab countries, bro. I'm gonna make a family out there, bro. I don't think raising a family here in the United States is optimal to that child's growth.
I disagree with that because y'all look for girls in these clubs. It ain't like y'all are looking for girls at bookstores or Starbucks or the library where women are learning and trying to become better with themselves. Y'all are looking for women in the clubs, Instagram, these blue checks, there are good women out here, but I feel like y'all are looking in the wrong place.
You want to hear something funny, bro? You want to hear something funny? So check this out. At this point, we've interviewed well over 1,000 women. We've brought in women from all different types of backgrounds, educated. We've brought women in with PhDs all the way down to didn't even graduate high school, from doctors and lawyers and professionals to girls that sell drugs, whatever the hell they do. And what we've come to realize is just because the hardware is different, right, doesn't necessarily mean that the software is different. Different hardware, same software. And what I mean by that is a lot of Western women in general are indoctrinated with a certain mindset that men and women are equal when it benefits them, but then women are also ladies when it benefits them. So in other words, they can absolve themselves of certain feminine responsibilities like we discussed earlier, but they can still enjoy all the benefits of equality. So they want to pick and choose when equality comes. So my thing is this. A girl that's going to be a wife needs to understand that she's not equal to you and that she's going to be your helpmate and you're essentially your assistant. And I know people go, oh my God, that's toxic. Hey, it is what it is. Men build, women move in. It's been that way since the beginning of time. It's how things naturally have worked to, for us to create societies and be where we are now. So as far as like looking for girls in clubs and everything else like that, a woman's education level doesn't necessarily change her views on relationships and men in general. A lot of women in the United States, in the UK, and Canada, etc., don't have a general respect for men, period.
Yep. Entitlement.
It's like it's a universal level of entitlement where a lot of them think, I'm better than 99% of guys. You got to come to me. I'm the shit. I'm strong and I'm independent. So a lot of girls have an overinflated sense of ego, and I agree with you back with what you were saying as far as like the internet. The internet is a huge contributor to that, Instagram, whatever it may be, because they feel that they have more options than they really do have because of all the attention they get.
Bro, there are women out there that will go to work, come home, cook, clean, make sure the dishes are washed, make sure the house is clean, the kids have ate, and don't want no clout. There are women out there like that.
No, you're right.
We agree with you.
No, they are. We're just saying, bro, the likelihood of you finding that for every guy is going to be almost impossible. You can find it. Yes, you can. But is it going to be readily available for you? Probably not. And those women don't go outside. So they're inside most of the time. For example, I did girls I found at Barnes & Nobles, reading books, and, take them or whatever. But guess what? Like I said earlier, the software is still the same. They make read books and want to improve, but bro, they're still behind the scenes doing their thing at home. Oh yeah, I'm home cleaning, cooking. Come over, nigga. So you be like, yeah, she's a good girl. Always at home. She got niggas coming over at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m. You're like, damn, shorty reading books at home. And she getting fucked, nigga.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, bro, is that, look, girls are girls, bro. They want to have fun. They want to do their thing. We're just saying, as a man, bro, right? Understand in the West, most women want to be free, independent, and do their thing. That's fine. Do what you got to do. But as a wife that I want to be around, bro, shit, I might just go to Colombia.
Bro, this is the thing. And we had a deep discussion about this yesterday, bro. I asked all the girls, right? Like, I asked all the girls. Because you're 100% right, man. Yeah. Can you find a girl that is going to be subservient and a good woman and all this other stuff?
Yes.
Absolutely. However, we operate on probabilities and not possibilities.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I've come to realize from interviewing women. They always say, well, I want a man that makes $400,000 a year, 6'4", and is a good, loyal man, blah, blah, blah. We actually have a female delusion calculator, right? An app that one of our people built where we put in the age and we put in the demographics. Bro, this man that these women are chasing is less than 1% of the population most of the time. And my thing is this, and you know what they all say? Well, it's possible.
One day I might find him.
I'm going to manifest
I'm going to hope.
Guess what, man? Fuck that shit, bro. I make shit happen. I'm not going to hope or manifest or any of this other fuck shit clown world stuff. I operate in reality, and I operate off of probabilities, not possibilities. If I know my chances are slim, why am I going to sit here and waste time and try to find a chick here where it's going to most likely cause me a headache? I'm just going to go somewhere where I have a better advantage to find better quality women in general. That doesn't mean that women in the West are awful and terrible, but what I am saying is that most of them are not qualified for my job, which is a dutiful wife that's going to not embarrass me and take my last name. A lot of them aren't worthy. So I'm going to go somewhere where my chances are increased when I decide to have a family. Is that going to be now? No, I still got like a bunch of goals that I'm trying to hit first. But in general, we go off of probabilities and not possibilities.
Just to close this out a little bit, here's a game plan, right? For a guy, the best scenario, so you don't get finesse. You find a girl, right? From experience, you've been with multiple girls. You can see who she really is, what she's about. And obviously speaking, of course, you should have your stuff together, be financially stable, all that good stuff, right? But at least on some level, she has a genuine desire for you, she's considerate, and she cares about you, right? Once that's met, and she's not a hoe, per se, you could go wife her, you could go marry her, but not by the state. You need to marry either by the church or an agreement between you and her where there's no government involved. Because, for example, you might find a girl that's good, right? But she might change and say, hey, you know what? Damn, I saw this girl was in marriage, she divorced and got 10 million, right? So it's
Forgot
like,
to mention that.
yeah.
So
So
getting married here is L anyway. You
Yeah.
shouldn't get married in the United States, period, anyway. That's another reason why I'm going over there.
So as a guy, you being married here in the West, bro, could destroy you completely. So we're just saying, hey, be aware of what's going on. Understand, yes, there may be some good girls out there, but because of the Western culture and what we're around, bro, they could easily turn on you like this. They can feel you today. Oh, I love you, babe. Tomorrow, nigga, I hate you.
Yeah.
Divorce your ass and then dip.
Based
On
off
to
how
next
they
dude.
feel, bro.
So you might find a good girl, but bro, you never know, bro. Today they're good, tomorrow they're bad.
And I always use the analogy like if you were going to jump out a plane and you knew that the parachute had a 90% chance of not deploying, would you jump out the plane? Most logically sound people would say no, because you only have a 10% chance of survival. That's kind of what dating in this marketplace is like. Like if you do get married, you find that girl, right? And you guys get married, whatever, there's still always that option in the back of her mind where she could divorce you, take half your stuff, take the kids, etc. The laws are not set up for men to win getting married in the United States in general.
Yeah.
So why would you never sign a contract with someone that's incentivized to break it that's going to benefit them? So marriage is an L for people in general. So like if I'm going to create a family, I'm going to do it in a better society that's more conducive to raising those kids in the best environment possible and where I could protect myself and the laws aren't set up for me to fail. The family court system in the West in general is set up for men to fail, bro. Like I don't think people understand how bad divorce destroys men. No one really covers it because no one gives a fuck about men's issues.
Well, we hear the stories all the time.
But we hear the stories
they
all
call
the time.
in, you know, they're broke now. They live in a studio because their wife just finessed them, bro.
Yeah. She smashed some new dude in his house with his dog there. His kids live there, and he's paying for that house while he's poor. And no one talks about that, you know? So that's the crazy part.
Hey, Kevin, everything good?